What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Gameweek 25, double Gameweek 25 podcast. My name is Ryan from the Football Chatbox. It's episode number 78, and I'm joined by Karan, who is now in the triple digit rank. No, sorry, 6-digit rank.
I wish it was a triple digit rank.
Yeah, we're all wishing it was a triple digit rank. But yeah, 6-digit rank. We're all here in the 6-digit rank, and now we're climbing, and hopefully this double game week is just one of those weeks that we continue to climb.
Yeah.
Let me actually
Six
start.
digits looks like triple digits after my season.
I know, right? So Game Week 25 podcast episode number 78, and we're going to be talking about the various doubles, the teams that doubles, the top three players from each team. From the doubles, we'll talk about Trent replacements. We'll talk about Super Captaincy chip versus a bench boost chip this week. And also when else you can use your chips as well. So let's get started straight away. And also welcome to everyone in the chat. Welcome to John as well, and anyone else who's watching as well. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe as well. And let's go. Start with the big question that hit us last night. Trent. Now kind of confirmed, well, not yet from Klopp's sources, but we kind of know that he's now out and injured and probably not available until, I think he's not even available for the cup final as well. Like, it basically rules him out for the double. And I've gone on Fantasy Football Scout members area, and I have a table of like wingbacks to watch, but not really wingbacks, just basically any defender who has like very good attacking stats. And this is the top 20, I think, for the last 6 game weeks, sorted by XGI. And we got obviously Gabriel right on top. Destiny is his second because obviously Spurs been very attacking. Porro is also there. The thing is, I've highlighted the light blue are players who have a double game week this week. The dark blue are players who have a blank game week in 26. And then the rest are just, they have fixtures. So that's just to kind of give an idea of where we can look for replacements. I think one thing to mention is another replacement that some might be looking at, I myself included, I'm looking at Dalot as well as a possible option. He's not on this list because obviously the XGI is a bit more lower. But if you were to like sort by bonus points, he's actually pretty high up because United don't really.
Dalot's always been a bonus point monster.
Indeed, exactly. So if you sort, depending on how you sort it, you can get him on top there. But because I've sorted by XGI, he's not as high there. But bonus points, he's up there. So first of all, welcome everyone else in the chat as well. Quinton, Simonal, John. Now, where do you stand with Trent replacements? Do you have Trent?
I have Trent, yeah. I was just chatting about this with a friend. I think Bradley makes sense. Van Dijk makes sense. Robertson makes sense. What are your thoughts on Conor Bradley? Do you think how many minutes do you expect him to get across the 2 games?
Now we don't know if he's still fully in training. I think he's in the UK. Let's assume he's in training, right? If he is in training,
because I think he gets 1 start at least.
Yeah, probably 1 start. I think Joe Gomez could also potentially get the other start if needed. Potentially.
I expect him to get 120 minutes or something like that.
With Conor Bradley, yeah. He could. Yeah. Now, the one problem I have with Conor Bradley is first of all, we don't know how long Trent is out for. So Conor Bradley could potentially be just a move only for Gaming 25, and then after that he's a problem. Now, in one way, you could say it's fine because he's just like a 4.1 defender. But if he's your 5th defender, then it's fine. You can kind of like put that as a place to go away. But if he's like your 4th defender or 3rd defender and you have blanks coming up, then it's a bit of an issue. That's kind of where I sit. It's just the minutes problem that I'm worried about with Conor Bradley.
I mean, you only really need him to play a decent amount of minutes in this game week anyway, right?
Yes, true. But if it also depends on whether you can bench him for next game week or not. Because if you have to take him up for a -4, then
so I think Bradley is the maybe even the highest upside pick. I think Van Dijk is probably the safest pick, and I think Robertson somewhere in between.
Yeah.
I think there's a strong chance Robertson gets like a decent amount of minutes. I
Yes.
think
Yeah,
Joe
fair enough.
Gomez will more likely fill in on the right than the left.
Yep.
So I think Robertson might actually get the bulk of the minutes, which
So
makes
yeah,
him
so
quite appealing.
you expect Van Dijk to play what, 180?
I think so, yeah.
Robertson 140 plus. Ideally,
Yeah,
maybe
something like
Simicast
that.
comes on
140,
like
150
yeah,
plus.
Simicast
Yeah,
comes on for like the final 10-15 minutes maybe.
yeah.
Um,
Konate probably
Konate
close to
also,
180 as
yes.
well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could be like same and
Van Dijk,
cheaper.
you get the BPS and the goal threat, but like
Yes.
his goal threat isn't it's not it's not that significant. You might get lucky.
Yeah,
But
that's the thing. It's not like Arsenal set piece level at the moment.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not picking him for that.
Yeah.
But Robertson, yeah. I don't know. I think I like Robertson, but
Yeah.
I think Connor Bradley is close second for me. Yeah.
Fair enough. I think I put Robertson up because of the set pieces. He'll take set pieces from one side as well. We
Yeah.
don't know how long Sabosla is out for, so that doesn't eat into Robertson's share of like set pieces. Then also the attacking option, right? Because now that Trent is not there. Now, if Connor Bradley plays, then okay, both fullbacks will be very attacking. But if Connor Bradley is not playing, then Robertson's probably going to be doing most of the attacking, right?
Nick said, I don't see Robbo getting the bulk of the minutes after being out for a bit. You know what? Yeah, maybe I'm being overly optimistic. Nick also said, I don't see more than 100. I don't think it's as low as 100, but maybe us assuming 140 is too optimistic. So,
But there's like 70 minutes both game. I don't think that's too bad.
yeah,
Unless
look, I think
Simicast starts one
Van
game.
Dijk is the one. Van Dijk is probably the
Yeah, Van Dijk is
minutes
the
safe
safest
pick.
probably. Yep. If you wanted a
Okay,
safe pick,
so
I'll go Van Dijk.
Allison, is he back?
Good question.
Because
Not
that
really
affects
sure.
all these picks.
But I don't generally. Do you go for an expensive goalkeeper pick? I don't know if I want to go for a goalkeeper pick at that price. Upside isn't there.
Look, also, the other thing, right? It's like if you go Trent to Connor Bradley, you can do a lot more with the money. For a lot of people, that means getting KDB.
To a KDB, yes.
Yeah, so so Bradley plus KDB might be better than Robertson and whatever you can do.
Yeah, that's true. That's if you can get to, if that means that's the main thing with this Trent move is like removing Trent. What does it give you? If it gives you the money to go to KDB, then I don't mind it. But then at the same time, you could probably say, okay, you could go Connor Bradley. You could also go Maguire. I'm not against it because end of the day they play the same amount of games. It's just different.
No, I rate Maguire.
Yeah,
I don't.
It's not as attacking, right? Yeah, but the thing is, you kind of have to somewhat consider 26 as well if your team is in the state to.
I mean, look, why I don't understand why everyone's so big on Maguire. Like he got his head to a few corners.
No, it's just the price.
Like
for me at least.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
Because it's either that or you
But
go
I don't. United defense don't look like keeping a clean sheet. Like against Villa, like come on.
Yeah, true.
We could have lost it. We should have, but we could have lost that game.
Yeah, Watkins should have finished some chances. Yes.
If Watkins' shots weren't straight at Onana, we lose that game.
Yeah, so, fair enough.
And then the narrative is different. So
yeah, I don't know. For me, I see the appeal in Connor Bradley, but I also see the negatives in Connor Bradley. So it depends on how much that. It's a 1 week punt or 1 game week punt, basically.
Okay. Let's try and summarize. I think if there's nothing you can do with the money, then I like Robertson or Van Dijk.
Yes.
If there's something big you can do with the money, and I mean like big as in
like goal KDB,
getting a double game week big hitter like KDB.
Yeah.
Then I like Connor Bradley.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I think that's the summary of it.
Yeah.
My thoughts at least.
Any non-Liverpool players?
I mean, what, like Regulon or Doughty or something?
Yeah, I don't know about. So, Ake, let's say someone want to go City defense.
Oh, Ake is a good shot.
Yeah.
Ake is a good shot.
Yeah, that's okay. So Ake from City defense, probably another good shout. Arsenal defense, I know a lot of people can afford to go to double Arsenal defense.
But also, I think Arsenal defense is good in the long term. Yeah. I think I was specifically in the mindset of attacking these double game weeks.
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
in the long term, Arsenal defense, yeah, if you don't already have it.
Yeah, because I have Trent, right, and now I could go to Conor Bradley, but I also have
Yeah.
money enough to go up to a 5.3 million defender and still get KDB.
Is that Saliba? Can you afford
No,
Saliba?
I can't. He's 5.6, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay.
So for me, 5.3 up to 5.3, I'm like, okay, let me look at who I have as option. So Region is one, but I don't really want to go Region because he's not guaranteed to get anything this game week. I rather probably, even if I went, I probably would bench him and start Porto instead.
Nah, no way, man.
Really? I don't know, man. Porto
Nah,
is
it's got a double. There's no
yeah,
way.
that's true. But like, do you expect them to get like you're relying solely on attacking returns?
He just has to play twice. That's 4
Yeah,
points.
you say that, but every goal, every 2 goals they concede is a one -1. So
I
he
mean,
could,
Brentford have been looking better
yeah,
of late. Their underlying XGI, well, not XGI, XG against
mm,
has, it's been really good. I think it was like top 6 in the last few games or something.
hmm
I can't quote the exact stat, but I don't think it's that bad. He plays pretty attacking. He has got a really good delivery on him.
mm.
They've got people capable of getting to the end of the cross.
Yeah, true. They have
You know,
like
it's a
some
it's
good
a. I
centre
think
halves
the
around.
upside is there.
Yeah,
Yeah. The floor may not be that high, but I think the upside is there. Yeah.
fair enough. Okay. So Region as one option.
I actually like Region more than Ake. Back to your previous
Ooh,
suggestion.
okay, that's fine.
Um, I don't. I know Ake is probably the main set piece target
Yeah,
from watching, but City don't really. They're not going to keep clean sheets, man.
they very rarely
They're
keep
like
clean. Yeah, I know.
they're not like they shut down the opposition for 80 minutes. For 80 minutes, it's just pure lockdown, and then
And
for
then
10
yeah,
minutes, they just don't seem to care.
yeah,
So when you look at the XG against stats, it always looks good, but when you watch the games, it's
not great.
the opponents can, even against Brentford a few weeks ago, it was like so many chances Tony had in like a 10-minute span.
Yeah, that's the thing,
Uh,
right? Because City just like Edison just loses concentration for a lap, like a few minutes, and then yep, they lost a goal.
yeah, I mean, I think it's less Edison and more like the back line has 3 people and they get run at
Hmm. The
because
other thing,
everyone's attacking.
the
Yeah.
other thing with City is I think the attack is more appealing to triple up an
It's more
attack,
appealing. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
than
Oh,
the
I mean, if you
defense.
could get KDB, Haaland, Foden.
Yeah,
Wait, shall we go team by team?
yeah.
Otherwise,
So let's wrap up the Trent one. So who
yeah.
else would you like? Okay, so you mentioned Region as another player. Dalot, not really a player you're interested in, or
Uh, no, not right now. Yeah.
okay. Um,
I think United have been lucky
fair enough.
to concede as few goals as they have the last few games.
Damn, that's a dagger to my plans of bringing
I mean,
Dalot in
I,
potentially. Um, anyone on this list now? Moreno, obviously, with Luka Dean back is a bit of a problem.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, I have Moreno.
yeah,
I actually think Dean back isn't the problem. I think
Con-
Moreno's first choice.
okay,
I think
Konsa,
Konsa out is
yeah,
the issue. Yeah,
okay, fair
because I
enough.
think Moreno plays best when Konsa is also like a more defensive fullback,
Yeah,
and
okay,
Matty Cash and Moreno at the same time is absolutely awful
yeah,
for Villa's defensive
fair enough.
stability. And I think maybe Powell coming back will
Pau Torres,
improve him a
yeah,
bit.
but we don't know when he's gonna get some minutes as well. We still don't know. That
Yeah.
depends on press conference news. Now there's a question in the chat from Manon. He says, if you don't have an Arsenal defender, is it just a straight move to Gabriel or rather punt badly for the double? I would just go to Gabriel. What about you?
If you don't have one, I think it's close. Probably, I'm leaning. Yeah, I'd probably lean towards Gabriel. Yeah.
And then Zinchenko still, yeah, Zinchenko is also still injured. If Zinchenko is fit, I might have gone for Zinchenko instead of like Dalot,
Nah,
but I can't.
yeah, he doesn't get the minutes.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
big
that's
part of
another
it.
issue. But
Yeah,
yeah, like if there was another Arsenal defender, like all the other Arsenal defenders are so expensive for some reason, so can't really go at anyone.
I would just get Saliba. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he's really
yeah,
expensive,
but
but
0.3, I don't have the money, sadly.
yeah.
Um, Cool. So that
Well,
means,
unless you go regular.
yeah, that's what. So I'd probably think now it's between Region or Dalot for me. Now the one good thing with Region is he has the Gameweek 29 fixture.
Yeah.
So that does help. So I'll probably have to think about it a bit more and see. Now, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I start him. Maybe even if I was to bring him in, maybe I start him, or maybe I just like start Porto, because Porto is playing in a Spurs team that now has obviously Sa back as well, and with Wolves without Cunha and also potentially without Huang. We don't know yet if Huang Chang is fit or not. Kind of, it looks appealing, so I'll have to think about that. But yeah, so I'm still wondering where to actually go on that. Anyone else in this list appealing? No? Yes?
I'm thinking really short term at the moment.
Yeah,
I'm
fair
thinking
enough.
really like double blank,
That's it at the moment.
then, and then the 28 double. So, because there's a strong chance I'm going to play a wild card, not now, but maybe in the next few weeks. So
So like 27
I
or something.
don't see the point of trying to think 10 game weeks ahead right now.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. Then for me, yeah, okay. I get what you mean. I probably might. For now, I'm focusing only on the double and the 26 for the moment, because after
Yeah.
that, we don't know. FA Cup results might change stuff and all of that.
I mean, I think Dodd is actually a really good pick because he, doubles twice, plays the blank. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't have Doherty, I don't mind it, because I won't rule out an assist against United or something.
But like people have to contextualize it. Like Luton are never keeping a clean sheet.
Oh no.
They're just throwing everyone
Yeah.
forward.
We saw that against Sheffield United.
They're
the
absolutely
most
never
clean
ever
sheet
getting,
fixture, and they still didn't keep one. Yep.
He's gonna get 4 points, and then he might get like 5 points per assist.
Yeah. If you're lucky, he's probably about 5 points this double game week. I'll take it. Defenders aren't returning points anyways.
But that's pretty good,
Yeah.
for that amount of money.
Cool. All right. So pick your. I guess to wrap it up. From Liverpool options, Van Dijk the safe pick. Robertson probably still better. If you want more attacking upside, and then Connor Bradley is good value for money, punt, and allows you to get KDB if that's the case. Yep.
Sorry, say that last bit again.
So Connor Bradley, it would be value for money, and assuming it allows you to get KDB.
Yeah, so I wouldn't go for Connor Bradley unless it allows you a big upgrade somewhere else.
Yeah. Fair enough. Cool.
Otherwise, Van Dijk, Robertson, take your pick.
Yeah, that's what between those two mainly, and then I still think
one has more minutes, one has more upside,
and then Region if you want to go elsewhere. Still feel like there is value in United, but we'll see. We'll get to that. Now,
I mean, I think that was a good pick. I just think fixtures don't make me want to go there right now. Yeah.
True. That's why I was going to bring this up, because the defensive stats, right? Their next opponents, they got Fulham, who are bottom 4 in Gameweek 26, and I think this week they've got Luton. Now, Luton attacking wise are very high. But defensively, United are decent, not too bad, I guess. They've kind of improved compared to previously. Still not top tier, but has improved.
I mean, they're 8th.
Yeah, I know.
And with no specific fixture things,
No blanco, no double. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think United is I'm interested in United maybe 28 onwards or something.
If they get that fixture in 29.
If they get that fixture in 29, yeah.
Okay. All right. One to keep an eye out for. Let's move into
Ryan. I feel like you're just trying so hard.
I know. I'm clutching at straws, because I'm trying to find it's either I go Region or I go Dalot. I don't know who else I can go to, because obviously Konsa is injured. Ideally, I would have loved to have gone to Moreno, but Konsa is injured. So I'm like, okay, Aston Villa is kind of knocked out for the moment.
Isn't Kamara?
I think that's also an injury situation, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this is terrible. It's terrible for Moreno.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not
Kamara
good for
is
Villa.
the most important. Yeah.
And so Villa have one of the best fixtures and play in 29. So I'm like, okay, I can't afford Arsenal. I can't go to Villa because they've lost their main defensive players. And I'm now clutching at straws of which other teams have good fixtures.
Yeah.
And also have fullbacks that are capable of attacking. So yeah, that's the thing. Cool. So that's Trent replacements. Hopefully that kind of helps in terms of, I don't know. I still think I might be thinking about this, but we'll see.
Yeah, we can talk about our teams and
Yeah,
then talk
when we
about how
get
it
to it.
applies to our
Yeah.
teams at the end.
And
Yeah.
then is Joe Gomez going to start? Maybe. I don't know. Depends. Depends on Bradley. To be honest, Shepard. Depends on Bradley. All right. Okay. Let's start into the doubles. Let's go. We already touched on Liverpool. And basically we'll look at each of the teams and we'll give you top 3 picks from each team for the doubles. And starting off with Liverpool. Now, Nunes right on top. Salah is there. Salah has been pictured in training, but not contact training, or at least the people who have gone through Liverpool's entire training videos
Right.
and everything.
He's posted a couple of selfies with him at the gym.
I
That's what
know.
he's
So
done.
keep it his personal. That's basically it. So at best, if you get anything from Salah, it's less than 100 minutes is what I'm thinking. This with double game week. Diaz is
I don't think he gets that. I
oh,
think
okay,
he
fair enough.
might get
But 30,
like 50, 60 minutes in the second game and
yeah, fair
15,
enough.
20 minutes in the last one. Yeah, I just because I heard on Twitter
Yep.
that although he has been training, he hasn't been in full contact team training.
Yes, that's the thing.
So it's very unlikely that he plays 2 games before the final.
Hmm.
I think the fact that this is, Klopp's
We
maybe his
want to win
last
the
chance
final.
to win a trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Salah might play 50 minutes plus in the final. So
You wrap him in
I don't think
cotton
I
wool
would
before that.
Well, I think you just give him like 20, then 50, then 50 in
Yeah,
the
fair
final.
enough. Okay, that makes sense. Should be enough that I think. Yeah.
I don't think 70 minutes of Salah is worth twisting your team to get him.
Yes, after we've seen Trent now pick up a recurring injury as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. So Nunes, Diaz, Jota, all up there, all pretty good options.
Nunes #1 pick.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead. Give me a top 3 Liverpool.
Okay. I mean, attackers, right? So
Yeah.
probably
No, you even include the defenders in this list. But I've sorted this by XGI. That's why the attackers are on top. But if you were to pick
let's talk just attackers,
attackers,
like just
okay.
midfielders
Okay.
and forwards,
Go
because we
ahead.
talked defense enough. I think Nunes is easily the best pick.
Yeah.
I think second is probably still Jota.
Yeah.
I know he is like running good relative to his stats.
Yeah.
But he's pretty important for them, and he's always trying to make shit happen. I don't know. His chances aren't always clear cut, but I think that's what being in good form looks like, right? Being in good form is like overperforming your XG. So Jota is in good form, so I would pick Jota second, and third is tough. I would probably just pick Diaz. Yeah, but I don't love it. Yeah.
Yeah. True. I think Nunes and Jota for me.
I think it's just minutes. Like
yes.
I care less about the XGI and more about the minutes.
Yeah, and they're more likely to get more minutes than the others.
And I maybe Harvey Elliott might get a lot of minutes.
A potential punt in midfield. Yep.
Yeah. Right. Like if I think about who's most likely to play more than 120 minutes in the next 2 games, Harvey Elliott's up there.
Yeah. But
Diaz can rotate with Gakpo and stuff.
Yeah. Even then, if I was to pick from Liverpool, I'd definitely only go 2 attackers. In Nunes and Jota, and then no one else, and then pick your defensive options regardless of who you
would you pick Diaz over Jota at all?
If I can't afford it, because if you can afford it, then obviously go Jota. But if you can't afford it, Diaz is fine.
Yeah, so we're on the same page. I think.
Yep.
And if you could only get one of Darwin or Jota, who would you prioritize?
I could only get one of Darwin or Jota. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of people will be in that situation.
This would depend on how much of a finance difference you're in. Like if you could only get, okay, I'll probably go slightly towards Jota, just because I think Tony is an option in forward line if anyone wants to go as a forward line option. Or you could also go Alvarez for people who wanted like slightly different City, because there are few more extra double game week players in the forward line that are available this week compared to midfield, where we don't have that many double game week. Like you have basically three spots, right? 2 City and 1 Liverpool will be occupying your midfield this week.
Yeah.
So probably lean slightly towards Jota in that specific situation. But if let's say you can't afford to go to 20, then I would just go get Darwin, and then if you want to go get Diaz, if you can't get Jota.
Until Salah was back in training,
Yeah.
I might have agreed with you.
Yeah.
And I think Salah being back in training
does offset Jota's
is
minutes.
bad
Yes.
for
Yes.
Jota.
I know.
I think Jota's expected minutes went from like 140 or maybe like
Plus.
150
down
to
that.
like 110.
Yeah, true. Maybe that's but then we don't know how many minutes Salah will get as well. That's the one problem.
No, we don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's just that I feel like I take that extra point for a goal, extra point for clean sheet and all from the midfielder.
Darwin's stats are insane. Darwin's
stats are always insane.
He plays 85 minutes.
Yeah, but his finishing is the issue.
One day he's gonna score everything he touches.
Maybe this double game week will be the one that he actually.
It's like we're all gambling. You know?
I know.
Everyone who owns Darwin is just trying to own him for that one game week where he scores 20 points.
Yeah, exactly. Darwin Núñez is you buying a ticket to the Powerball, and you hope for the best. And if it works out, you work out. If it doesn't work out, you go, okay, it is what it is.
Well, I would actually, I mean, it's more that nobody buys more lottery tickets than Darwin Núñez. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like he never wins, but he buys so many tickets.
Yeah. So yeah, Núñez and Jota, I think you kind of have to have, and then defense, take a pick. You don't even need to have a defender this week from Liverpool. I won't be surprised if they consider him both as well. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move over to Manchester City.
Sorry, what's happening with Szoboszlai fitness?
Not certain at the moment, at least from my side. But we probably have to wait for Klopp on that one.
Okay.
Yep. All right, let's go over to City, and then we'll get questions at the end for people as well. So make sure to keep your questions, and we'll come to them at the end. All right, City.
So is this sorted by XGI last 6 games?
XGI for last 6 game weeks.
Okay, right.
Yeah, so it's basically teams in form, which is why De Bruyne is slightly lower, because obviously he hasn't played enough games, and Alvarez has played quite a lot of games. Now, Bernardo Silva might be out as well. He took a huge knock apparently.
He's very likely out. He got studded in the ankle.
Yeah. Grealish is out.
Grealish is out for a while.
Yeah. Who else? Guardiola is also a potential situation, which makes
Ake
a better option.
I think it will be most likely Doku on the left wing. It'll probably be Foden on the right wing. Haaland up front, and then Alvarez and KDB behind Haaland.
Yes. And then Rodri.
I think that's the shape for the attacking 5.
Yep.
And I think that's actually reasonably clear because they don't have any other options.
No, and Matheus Nunes is not playing again for these games. So he's too.
Well, I don't really think Nunes is competing for the front 5.
No, it's just like Pep, Pep decides to like give a rest or something and all of that. But like even if like I think the 5 you mentioned are the 5 that are most likely going to play the double, because they got a FA Cup fixture after that in the double. So like I think both games will see KDB, Foden, all of them starting most likely.
I think the front 5 that I mentioned is probably gonna play 60 in both games.
Yes, I would probably.
And then you're gonna see like Oscar, Bob.
Yeah, Gig come. I don't know. Take minutes. Yep.
Yeah, Nunes can play as one of the 8s. He might do that. But if you consider that, right, Alvarez has the fitness and the tactical versatility, because everyone can't play 60 minutes, right? There's not enough subs.
Yeah.
In the front 5, So Alvarez is probably the only one that has the fitness and the versatility
to play in
to play
different
close
options.
to 90 minutes
Yeah.
in both.
Yeah.
So now I got rid of Alvarez to get Haaland, and I regret it, you know,
Ideally, you
because I
would
think
want to
he's
have
actually the
both.
one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think he's actually the one that's likely to play the most minutes.
Yeah. Fair enough. With
I think Foden might play. Okay, Foden might also play close to 90 in both.
because of the injuries in midfield for City.
But if Foden is the one who's expected to hold the width on the right,
Yeah.
you're not as interested in him.
No, unless he plays like how he did in the Champions League, where he still manages to cut in. The thing is,
So,
Foden's
yeah.
holding the width on the right completely depends on whether Walker starts or not.
Yes. Yep.
If Walker
just about
starts
to
both
say.
games,
Yeah.
then Foden doesn't have to hold that width on the right, because Walker does that instead.
Yep.
Now
That makes sense to me.
I do think Walker will start both games. I have a feeling he was like the first bench in might have been that whole incident, off the field incident, but I think the second bench in was more to do with the Champions League game that happened this week.
Yeah.
So I do expect Walker to start both. So for me, if I was to pick 3 City players, I still prefer Haaland, Foden, and De Bruyne. Maybe De Bruyne over Foden as well, potentially. Just because of what De Bruyne is capable of. And then Alvarez, a close fourth. And to be honest, if you had Alvarez instead of De Bruyne or Foden, I don't think it's a loss at all.
I think if we think the shape with Walker on the right is
Yeah.
going to be the one, then Foden is ahead of De Bruyne for me.
Yeah, but then we know De Bruyne is capable of
Yeah, but Foden gets more minutes, man. Foden just gets
so
more
Foden
minutes.
will
Like,
get
we
the
have
more
to,
minutes. That's the one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think when it comes to doubles, we have to look at minutes more
fair
than anything
enough.
else.
Yeah. KDB is an explosive player. The thing is with KDB is KDB is not a must-have. He's just a nice to have luxury player.
Isn't yeah.
Yeah. But Haaland is a must-have in this game.
Haaland's a must-have,
Yeah.
obviously. We're not even negotiating it. Yeah.
So if you were to rank, where would you go?
So Haaland first.
Yeah,
Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, okay.
Now, if Walker is going to play the majority of the minutes, like you said, for both games, I would probably put Foden second, only because I think Foden's going to play a lot more minutes than KDB, and he's going to play centrally. I think Foden's going to play a lot more minutes because they don't have a ton of options on the wings.
No.
With all the injuries,
especially
they
the
actually
right wing.
don't. Right?
Especially the right wing.
Yeah, because Bernardo's his competition for the right wing.
Yeah.
Alvarez sometimes plays the right wing, but he doesn't really hold the width like that. So it's Oscar Bob is his competition.
And Oscar Bob is a good start both games.
Yeah, I mean, he might take 30, 40
Yeah,
minutes.
that's fine. Yeah.
So I think Foden plays the bulk of the minutes. It's just how wide does he play? So yeah, if Walker plays, Foden is my number 2.
Yeah.
If Walker doesn't play, De Bruyne is my number 2. And if Walker, I mean, you can just swap the Foden De Bruyne order.
Yeah. I assume Walker will play, so I'll stick with that same top 3 of like.
So Haaland, Foden, KDB, right?
Yeah.
Now my question is, would you rank Alvarez playing 160 minutes over KDB? In the world where Walker is playing. Because I think it's closer than it looks. KDB is a sexy pick, but
it is, but it's two different positions, right? Alvarez is competing with Haaland, Darwin Núñez, probably single game week in Watkins or double game week in Tony as options this week.
Right.
Now, if you have Alvarez, I think you keep Alvarez.
Yes.
I think Alvarez is a player that you don't sell, don't buy.
Yeah, actually, you're right, because I don't think you would pick Alvarez over Darwin or.
You won't go buying Alvarez.
Tony,
yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
But
you only have 2 slots.
Yeah, exactly. If you have Alvarez, you would keep Alvarez. I just don't think you go buying him. And I wouldn't even sell him, to be honest, if you still had him. I would just play
I would
him.
never sell him.
Yeah.
I think he's a great option.
But yeah, my top 3 is still like what you said. You have Haaland on the top, Foden second, and KDB third. And then defense, if anyone wanted or have defense, I know defensive options people have in the chat as well. So probably keep them as well. Ake and Walker still good options. So that's City. Let's move over to Brentford. I know we were talking about Maupay a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Option is up there. But I think Visa might be back. So I don't know how long. But Maupay's done well in his appearances for Brentford so far. But obviously
He's a good player, man.
I know.
He brings a team into the game. He's a good player.
Tony's there as well. Tony has kind of like scored against all the teams we kind of expected him to score. But
He's
not
so
this
good.
double game week though. We'll see.
He is so good, Tony. Like you watch the game, he's unbelievably good, Tony.
I'm going to go without him in this double game week. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. It is what it is. And then obviously in third, I'll probably go Region. I think Region would be my second option if I was to pick from a Brentford player.
Third option, did you say? Second option.
Second option. I don't know if I would go double Brentford. Like Mbeumo is not.
I think Flecken is a pretty good option.
Oh yeah,
just because everyone has shit keepers.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
If you include that, I would probably go Tony,
okay,
Flecken, Region. Yeah.
Yes, if you can do a keeper transfer, then I don't mind it.
And Flecken's been in really good form.
Yeah. So those will be the three from Brentford. I don't know if I'll look at anyone else. Maybe Ben Mee or Pinnock for that set piece, but I think at the moment I prefer Region's 4.4.
I would only pick the centre backs if they had better defensive fixtures.
Yeah, which they don't. Yeah, fair enough.
Region has the price, right? So.
Yes, that's the thing. Okay, so that's kind of where we stand with Brentford. Anything else to add on Brentford? Or
not really. I mean, the underlying stats have been pretty good for defense, like I mentioned before. I think there's a chance they keep it clean, even with the two hard fixtures. Yeah.
Would you get Maupay, or it's just only if money was an issue?
Not over Tony.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, that's Brentford, and then we go to Luton. Very attacking, very leaky. That's basically how I sum Luton. Doughty, I think, is still a really good option. Probably should have had an assist. The amount of chances he created in the last game. And I still don't mind him as an option this week, to be honest. Because, again, like I said at the start, he could probably get an assist against United. I won't rule it out.
I mean, it's more that I don't. It's more that it's good structurally for your team going forward.
Yeah, because of the price, and also double in 28.
Yeah, because of the fixtures.
Yeah,
and the price. Yeah,
and also probably
double in 28, and exactly. Yeah. So you get him in now, you're probably going to get him later anyway, and he has a double now, even though it's a shitty double. So.
Yeah, that's what. So you might as well just.
I think Dottie's the really bread and butter transfer.
Yeah, I'm assuming like people already have him. If you don't have him, I still don't mind getting him in this week, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just because of that, like the number of fixtures. You're playing the number of fixtures. Don't expect any returns.
Yeah.
You're just playing number of fixtures. Now, obviously, you have to kind of hope and pray that they don't concede more than 2, and like you don't start getting negative points for every 2 they concede. But there is potential in the attack in terms of assist potential. Morris on pens for Luton. I remember the previous double I captained Morris as well.
Me too, yeah.
So that paid off pretty well, I think. So I don't mind Morris if anyone wanted like a cheap forward. I actually don't mind Morris over.
No, I don't like Morris. I would much
really?
prefer Adebayo.
I
much prefer Adebayo. Even with pens, because Morris is now playing behind Adebayo.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Adebayo is the target for everything.
Fair enough.
I'm surprised. Actually, the XG is pretty close. So maybe it's. Actually, no. Look at the XG non-penalty.
Adebayo is insane. Yes, that's you're paying that. It's the pens. You're getting Morris purely for the pens. And then there's Ross Barkley as well in midfield. The only thing with Ross Barkley is
I don't mind that. Yeah.
Precious midfield spots this week. So unless you're bench boosting, unless you wildcarded in 24 and you're bench boosting this week, I don't know if I would have a Ross Barkley.
Or you're free hitting.
Yeah, that's true. Unless you're free hitting. Even if
Yeah.
you're free hitting, I don't know if you would have Ross Barkley.
Uh,
Because you'll have 2 City, 1 Liverpool, and I think your fourth midfielder will be like Saka. And you play a front three of Tony, Darwin, and Haaland.
well, your midfield will have one Liverpool,
1
two
Liverpool,
City.
2 City, and
Yeah,
then are you going to have Saka or are you going to have Ross Barkley?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, yeah. Saka against Burnley, yes.
yeah. So, so probably Adebayo, Morris, and Doughty as options from Luton.
Yeah, I mean, Doughty is the number one option.
Yeah.
I think the goalkeeper is also probably worth a mention. Kaminski.
Yeah, fair enough. But
Just because everyone has really shitty keepers.
yeah,
So I think goalkeeper is also up there. It's like Flicken.
lightly prefer
And
Flecken at this point, given that Luton can't defend.
well, Luton get an extra fixture.
That's true. That is true. I don't know how good the fixture is.
2 points.
Yeah, 2 points.
Maybe he makes a few saves, 3 points.
He probably gets more save points than he gets actual appearance points.
Maybe he hauls and gets 3 points. Yeah.
There you go. Like last week, I took what? I took Dubravka's 1 point over Ariela's 0. That's how we are playing defensive points these days in goalkeepers.
Yeah. And then I don't know. Number 3 probably Barkley for me. But Doty is clear. Number one.
I'll probably go Doughty, Adebayo. Just because I don't want to go 2 forwards, I wouldn't add Morris. I'll probably go Barkley third. Don't know if I'll go Luton keeper. But if you
look at Barkley, 19 chances created in 6 games.
Yes. That will happen when they attack so much. The frequent that they attack. I don't know. Like last game, I don't know whether that was just a one-off game that it just didn't work, or it's just Luton being Luton. I don't know. It's hard to say. We'll see this week against United. I think United are going to get pelted.
I don't have any real insight because I haven't watched a Luton game recently.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we'll see how they go.
I've just been following the highlights.
Yeah, same. Yeah. So we'll see how they go in this week. All right. So that's the top 3 from each of the double game teams. Hopefully people enjoy that, and let's move into the fixtures. Before we go to the fixtures, let me quickly just top up on a few questions that were related to the top 3. Shepard said Tony, Maupay, and Region. He's top 3. And then also Van Dijk, Jota, and Nunes for Liverpool. All right. Now, fixtures. This is how it's looking like in terms of until game week 30-31. We still don't know. We know like probabilities of what might be blanks, but we'll only get to know that after game week 26 is done and before game week 27. So right now, what's your chip strategy looking like?
Yeah, okay. So I think 25 is the best triple captain game week that from what we know today.
Yep.
And I think that's pretty clear.
Yep.
Because I think this is a game week where Haaland is likely to get like 120 minutes.
Yep.
And 120 minutes of Haaland with a fully firing attack, City, Foden and De Bruyne behind him is really, really good.
Yep.
And now, having said that, I think the 28 triple captain for Solanke is worse, but it's not so much worse.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. The fixtures are good on paper, but that's it.
So I would consider I think there could be a good strategy which uses a different chip in 25. Primarily free hit or wildcard. I don't know. I don't think I can make my team bench boost in 25.
Oh, no. Assume like if anyone who wildcarded in game week 24, then I think they'll be thinking bench boost, but otherwise no.
Yeah, I mean if you had planned for this, then sure.
Yeah.
I think that's a fine strategy as well.
Yeah.
But I think free hit 25 is probably a bit underrated.
Just from Salah is fit and Klopp says, Salah is starting because Liverpool is the
if we get some info like that, then free hit 25 is great. But even without that, I think there's been enough change with the Trent, the Walker, like Alvarez. Like there's been lots of like situations that you could exploit from free hitting now.
Okay. Would you rather save it though for the blank in 29?
I mean, like, can you go back to that
Yes.
fixture
Yes.
ticker?
Yes.
Like, who am I targeting? It's just all, shitty teams playing each other. Like it
No,
just,
it's not that. It's more that you won't have players in your team.
yeah, but you can play. That's 4 game weeks away. You can plan it. Take a
I
couple of
know,
hits.
but it's so
Like,
hard to predict that right now. I was
but
looking at
it's
my
like,
team, and at moment I have like 4 players.
you just make sure you have at least 2 Spurs players,
Yeah, true. If you
right?
have,
And
go ahead.
it's not about having a full team. If you
Yeah,
can get 9 good players, that'll
yeah, that's fine.
outperform a lot of crappy full teams,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I don't see the need to free hit 29. I don't see the upside.
Me,
I think
uh,
by free hitting in 29, you're protecting yourself against the downside, but
yes,
the downside can't be that big because there's just not that many good fixtures.
yeah, true. Me
So
personally,
I
I'll
might
keep an
just take
open
it on the
mind
chin.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if I yeah, I would keep an open mind.
yeah,
Yes.
that's fine.
Sorry, you're right. Yeah.
Because I don't know,
Maybe
right?
things change.
Things could
Yeah.
change. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Because like Chelsea could lose to Leeds, and then you suddenly get Arsenal's fixtures are there, so you don't need to free hit in then that specific
Yeah.
situation. And then if you have Palmer, you kept Palmer as well. United could lose to Forest. Could very well happen. And not against it in the
That'd
FA
be
Cup.
interesting because
Yeah,
not a lot of people have United. Now
yeah. And
you
then
might want
that
to.
Sheffield United
Yeah.
fixture opens.
Yeah.
Um,
But what other fixture do you care about? Like Arsenal, sure, but everyone has Arsenal.
yeah. I guess the
Uh,
Spurs Fulham is one. If you can get Sun, people will have Poro still maybe.
like
And then if you
you
can,
probably already have 1 to 2 Villa players.
yeah. But it's
Like,
not easy getting that. Is what I'm. I tried looking. It's so hard to
mm,
get to like a full 11. Even to get to 9, there will have to be a few sacrifices made. And I think this is where like I think team value is going to be a huge problem coming Gameweek 29 because
mm,
if you don't play that free hit right now, we don't know how much Haaland will cost by then. The rate he's going up in prices these days. I'm not surprised if he'll be like 14.6 or something. So it depends. Like if you let's say he goes to like 14.6 just for an example, and if you can only sell him at like 14.3, another 0.3 you need to find out from somewhere else to bring him back on a wildcard or transfer him back in, which is not easy.
yeah. I mean, if you still have wildcard,
Yeah,
then I don't. I think a lot of people will sell Haaland for Tony in 29, and then
maybe. Yeah,
bring
but
him back in a game week 30 to 34 wildcard. So
probably. But it's going to be a tough thing to make. It depends. I think it's going to be. We'll see how it goes. It might be a situation, but
there's enough cheap players, man. There's like Neto, Huang, Palmer.
true.
There's
But
enough
then
cheap
I'm going to
players.
be wanting Salah as well by then.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll see.
I'm more in the I'll cross that bridge when I come to it
Okay,
mindset.
fair enough.
There's
Yeah,
too much shit going on between now and 29.
fair enough. All right. So back to the chips. Triple captain probably the best for 25, just
Yeah,
because.
so I think in isolation,
Yeah,
25 is to me pretty clearly the best triple captain
yeah,
week
yeah.
based on what we know today. Um, but I think if you want to play free hit or wildcard in 25, which forces you to triple captain somewhere else, I don't have an issue with that. I think that's fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I've highlighted also like in green, like I think what weeks will be the majority where people are playing certain chips, which is why I think triple captain here, reheat in 29, wildcard either 30, 31 is probably where people are looking, and then bench boost. If people have left it, it's either 34, 37, depends on how the doubles line up. Yeah, that's the chips for me personally. I'm most likely going to be triple captain this week. Don't think
Mhm.
going to change it because I don't think the one thing with holding your triple captain for later. Now we know Solanke's fixtures, but we don't know the other doubles in 34,
Yeah.
37. So there's
When will
no
we know?
yeah
You know when we'll know?
after game week 29
Hmm.
because then the FA Cup that round would have finished, and then you know who
So in
progresses.
28, if you didn't do it now, you have to
You have to
do
wait
it
for that.
blind.
Yeah,
Or you have to do it blind.
Yeah. You have to, if you haven't played the triple captain by 28,
Yeah.
then you kind of wait, because Spurs will get a double somewhere, although one of them is Chelsea in one fixture, but Spurs will get a double somewhere.
Chelsea are shit, so it's fine.
Yeah. Liverpool will potentially get a double again somewhere else. And maybe you have a fit Salah then, right? Potentially you have a fit Salah and you can play it on Salah at that time. The one problem is you just don't know what the fixtures are going to look like. And also you're kind of hoping that Salah doesn't pick up an injury, Son doesn't pick up an injury, maybe City get another double, and Haaland also doesn't pick up an injury, or even KDB doesn't pick up an injury, and you lose. The appeal of Haaland right now is that he has so much like service from KDB and Foden and all of them that you can't
But
guarantee.
you don't know when all these things are gonna.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't guarantee.
Up,
So right now it's just kind of, it's there. You deal with the cards that you have, and you play it. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on like 80% triple captain.
Yeah,
25.
Okay, so that's when to probably play your chips. Fixtures for the others. Arsenal, Burnley. If you had Arsenal defense, probably play them this week.
Yeah, definitely. Burnley are the worst team in the league from set pieces. Arsenal are a set piece team. So.
If you sold Saka, would you go back and get Saka?
Or
would you focus on a double first?
I would get a Foden or a.
Yeah, okay.
I'd probably get Saka over Jota maybe, but I'd get Foden over Saka. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Then Fulham versus Villa. I guess Watkins still a good option to have for this week, even though defensively their numbers are kind of a situation.
I'd take him out for Darwin.
You take Watkins out for Darwin?
Yeah. Upside's there, but
I don't know if I would do that.
Watkins can get something against Fulham.
Yeah.
Villa haven't been that cohesive for a while.
No, but we also know
having said, look, Watkins got big chances.
Yes, exactly.
United.
He could have.
But United plays so open. Like I wanted to take Watkins out for Darwin last week.
Yeah.
But I was so sure that United would play open and Watkins would get chances.
Yeah, I mean he did.
That I didn't.
Yeah.
And he did.
Yeah.
And he just missed. So I still think it was an okay decision.
Yeah.
I actually think it was a good decision.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out, which happens.
Yeah.
So now against Fulham at home,
he'll get chances. I don't know. I still think, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think United probably play more open than Fulham.
Maybe the thing with Watkins,
we play so open.
Yeah,
it's just two centre backs isolated against everyone.
The thing with Watkins for me is that you set him now, and if you don't want to play the free hit in 29, you have to find a way to get him back in, which is a pain.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Now I did that with Solanke because I was like, okay, I'm going to get you back in the 28, and the fixtures weren't good for Solanke as well in the short term. Watkins is slightly different. Watkins' fixtures are pretty good in the short term as well. That's the only reason that I probably still keep Watkins over Darwin as well. I'll probably find another way to get Darwin. Whether that like a third striker might move out for me.
I think you can't underestimate how many minutes Darwin's going to play. And
he'll play a lot
how important
in this double.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool are a different team without him. So that's the thing.
They need him.
Yeah.
Yeah. They absolutely need him. He stretches the defense. He creates opportunities. Like he gets a lot of chances that he snatches at, which is why he misses out a lot of them.
Yeah.
But he's gonna have his day, man. He's gonna have a day where like
we're still waiting.
Just goes in. Yeah, I mean it
might be this week. Right? He might actually come away with 20 points in this double.
Yeah.
But
the upside is there, which is why I think you always go down.
Yeah, fair enough. Newcastle versus Bournemouth. I don't know what happened to Newcastle. They're the worst defensive team in the league right now.
Yeah, they're not really clicking, are they?
Yeah.
This might be a good fixture for Solanke.
I know, I've sold Solanke already, so can't do much.
I'm probably going to sell him for Darwin.
Yeah, see, now I don't mind selling Solanke for Darwin, I feel like, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think Bournemouth have a chance here, to be honest. Now, I'll ask you a question here.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Dubravka. I also have Areola. Both West Ham and Newcastle. I'll go to the defensive stats. The bottom two worst defensive teams in the league for the last 6 game weeks.
So, I mean, this is why I don't hate a keeper transfer. I don't hate the fucking transfer.
Yeah. because
at
he'll
all.
probably get more points than
Yeah,
even
I
with
mean,
the hit.
the guy, he's been crazy the last few games.
Yeah, true.
Every game, he's making like 6+ saves. It's been pretty crazy.
Um,
So,
so
like one lucky draw is like going to be like a 10, 12 pointer. So
fair enough. Now, which keeper would you start if you had only those two, like Dubravka and Ariola?
pick whoever you want, brother. They're not getting more than 1 point each. It does not matter. I don't.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Flip a coin. I
Yeah,
probably might flip a coin just to pick
yeah.
that. Uh, um, now, apart from that, West Ham do have some decent fixtures between now and like
Yeah.
later. I think we're not going to focus on West Ham for this game week specifically, but from next week, do we still think there's a decent option of having West Ham players?
I mean, they don't, as a team, they don't look like they're really clicking.
Yeah, I don't know what has happened, but
Bowen's probably still an okay option because he plays up front and he's a midfielder.
I would
But
sell him though in a heartbeat for a double game week player.
yeah, 100%. So I don't. Yeah, I'm not interested in any West Ham players.
Uh,
Spurs Wolves.
Yes. Okay, now this is an interesting one.
This is an interesting one. Yeah.
If you have the likes of a Richarlison,
Yeah.
what do you do with him? Do you hold him through the blank as well?
I kind of want to hold him. I think I just kind of want to hold him. I think. Yeah, I think this create too much, and he's going to play too many minutes. And Wolves they play pretty open. So
Yeah, and they're like without. This is why I was thinking of Pedro Porro as well, starting Pedro Porro, but I don't know. We'll have to see, because Cunha is out, which is a big blow for Wolves.
I would start Porro unless you had double gaming players.
Yeah, I was initially thinking of benching Region, but anyways, that's a different story. Cunha is out. Pang Chan, we don't know yet because last game we didn't play because of a strain. So we don't know what the status.
Wait for him to play a full game.
Yeah. So they basically have only Neto and Sarabia for the moment. So not really much attacking threat as well going forward, unless Wang Yichan.
Oh, they don't have a striker.
No, because Cunha is out, right? So it's either Neto who plays striker or Sarabia who would play, but most likely Neto. They both interchange.
I think Neto playing striker won't give them like a focal point.
No, that's what they did last game week. It didn't work.
Yeah,
yeah,
it didn't really work. So, yeah, maybe I play Porro.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking of Porro, because he also doesn't have any like there's no one very attacking on Wolves left hand side for Porro to worry about. So that's what I'm thinking
The thing about Porro is that Madison's back, so a lot of the creative thing goes away from him.
So I'm not sure that I haven't watched enough of Spurs recently. That's why I asked.
And the other thing is Bissouma is back. So
and Sa is also back.
Yes, yeah.
So it should help Spurs
defense a bit better.
Yeah, that's what. Something to think about.
But I think a lot more will go through Madison.
Yeah.
Instead of Porro.
Yeah. So. But he did get an assist in this reverse fixture. But we'll see how it goes in the last. We'll see what happens. Now, City, Chelsea. Here's the question: would you sell Cole Palmer for? Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Easy. Yeah, probably also.
I mean, he might be the best asset in the game, but I would probably still sell him.
Yeah, I'm also thinking of selling. I'm selling for KDB, so he's going. I do understand the reasons why some people aren't selling because of the value stored up in him, and that's completely dependent on when you got him in. But for me, at least, I can sell him to KDB, and obviously City this week, tough fixture. He might actually score because he's done it in the reverse fixture.
Okay, just on that point,
yeah,
the whole point of getting on players early and then making money off them is so you can afford to take moves like this.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right? Like it's not like you're not saving for your retirement, right?
No.
Like it's like you got to use it at some point.
Yeah.
And I think when you find a good opportunity, like I've never been someone who's like.
All right. So Cole Palmer can be sold for any double game week player. Ideally, City double game week player. Would you sell Palmer for
so,
a Diaz maybe? That's a bit more close, I guess.
No.
Yeah.
I would sell him for Jota.
Okay, for Jota, yeah, probably. Jota
Yeah.
and KDB are probably the only two. And maybe Foden as well. Yes.
Foden, yeah.
Yeah, those three are the only ones I would sell Palmer for.
I wouldn't sell him for Ross Barkley.
No.
Yeah.
Only those three players, and if you're selling Cole Palmer for someone else, I probably wouldn't do it. Only for those three specifically.
Yeah. I mean, even if you sell him for any double gaming, I don't think it's going to be that bad. Like, I think this is like a 3-1 City.
Yes.
But I do think Chelsea probably score. Like, they are somewhat attacking.
Yeah.
So.
And probably comes from Palmer somewhere or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's their only good player. Yeah.
Sheffield Brighton.
From memory, Sheffield are really leaky at home, right? Because they go for it.
Really leaky in general.
They're really leaky in general, but
yeah.
they seem to go for it more
at home. Yeah, so Brighton should have the upper hand in this one. Now here's the thing: if you had Estupinan, which many do, would you start Estupinan this week, or would you start a double game week player like Region? Doherty, you probably do start, but yeah.
I'd probably play Estupinan over Region, yeah, but obviously not over a Liverpool or a City player.
Yeah, and why not Paro or Region? I don't know. Or it's just the fixtures are slightly more options.
I think it's the fixture. I think it's the fixture. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, if you're not going to play Estupinan against Sheffield,
I think it's close.
Yeah,
I think it's close with Region. Yeah.
All right. Cool. If you were to get any cheap Brighton players, Van Dijk probably.
Yeah, Van Dijk at 4.0 is pretty good. Yeah.
Cool. Any other fixtures that we want to touch on? I think Luton United. Here's another one. Garnacho. Would you start Garnacho this week?
I have him first on my bench. I wouldn't start him over any double players.
Any double? Oh, yeah. Okay.
If he scores, he scores. Yeah, I just.
All right, cool. It is what it is. Would you start him over Watkins?
Yeah. Oh, that's close.
That's what I wanted to ask. Sorry. Would you start Garnacho or Watkins? Because that's what I have as a dilemma.
So 90 minutes of Watkins away at Fulham versus
potentially 90 minutes of Garnacho as well. Or at
like
least 85 minutes of Garnacho against Luton. Both away. Both against probably maybe Luton are more leaky than Fulham.
Yeah, I'd probably start Garnacho. Yeah. But I think it's a flip now. I think these. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then obviously Everton versus Palace. I have Brentford. He's going to sit on my bench again this week. He's going to get another clean sheet this week, and I'm just going to see bench points against this week. That's basically that.
It's a good defensive fixture.
Yeah, that's what they actually.
A great one, in fact.
They have for odds of keeping a clean sheet, they're higher than even Spurs or United keeping a clean sheet. So it is what it is. All right. That's basically it for the fixtures. Last 6 game week team attack. Liverpool on top. Arsenal second. City third. Villa fourth. Luton fifth. And then at the bottom, you got Burnley, Everton, West Ham, Fulham, and Palace. Which is why I feel like Brentford might keep a clean sheet here. Team defense. Arsenal again top defense. City. Forest a third year for some reason. I don't know. I don't know how, but yeah. Bournemouth are here as well. Liverpool, Villa, and then at the bottom you got Newcastle, West Ham, Burnley, Fulham, and Spurs. So that's it.
Newcastle have gone from elite defense to shambolic defense.
I don't know how that's possible, but just
it's a big switch.
Yeah, it's just crazy. But yeah, they've gone very bad. And then teams. I got 81 minus 4, 77 points from last week. My current plans is I'll probably play the same formation, but Palmer will most likely be KDB. And Trent. Don't know what to do with Trent just yet. Like to who? I'm not sure who to move it to. That's the problem. Maybe Region. You kind of threw rocks at my dollar thought.
No, I mean when you can get like Robertson, right?
Yeah, I can't get Robertson. I maximum 5.3.
Oh, right, because of the other move.
Yeah,
How about the
so
KDB? Yeah.
yeah, so I need to think about that. Maybe Region potentially. We'll see. And then between Garnacho and Watkins, I might pick the safe option and start Watkins this week. And whatever Garnacho gets on the bench, he gets on the bench. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And then this is your team. So 77 points, -4. So you had Dubravka, Trent, Walker, Gabriel, Saka, Richarlison, Foden, Jota, Solanke, Watkins, and Haaland. Captaincy.
I feel unlucky on Solanke, Watkins,
definitely, yeah.
and Richarlison to some extent.
Yeah, fair enough. So what is your plan?
Play Richarlison. Probably the bench will be the same as here. Moreno, Garnacho, Power. Probably go Trent down to someone, which lets me go Solanke to Darwin. Yeah. I'm a bit caught between Solanke to Darwin or Watkins to Darwin.
Oh.
Both are pretty good.
And Solanke has a double in 28.
Yeah. So whoever I get rid of, I have to bring them back.
Yeah, probably.
So transfers wise, it doesn't really matter. It's more like who's going to hurt me more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have more value stored on Watkins. Probably.
Another move that I could make, right, is Trent down to someone and then Dubravka to like
second
Allison. But I think I want Darwin. So
yeah, fair enough. I think Darwin is probably that high upside, play the lottery kind of move.
So maybe like 70-80% I'm gonna do this and triple captain Haaland.
Yeah.
But I'm monitoring the news to see if I can free hit.
Okay, fair enough.
Because if I free hit, I can get like the right City, the right Liverpool, Tony, you know, Region, Doty, like Flecken or whatever, right? I can pack my team, maybe double Arsenal and Saka.
Yeah, because you can't get KDB because you can't get KDB here.
Not really. Not without selling Saka or Richarlison. I don't want to sell
and also
either.
because you have Walker, you're tripled up on City already.
Yeah. I'd have to sell Walker. Yeah.
That's the thing. All right.
So I could get triple City attack, like Darwin double Liverpool defense.
I would only think about it if Salah was starting that first game.
I think if Salah, I'm definitely doing it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But even without Salah, it makes a lot of sense to me because you can have Tony, Darwin, Haaland up front.
Yes, you can. There is opportunity.
Appealing.
Yeah. All right. Very interesting. We'll see how it goes. You might be changing. You might be playing that free hit button. We'll see.
We'll see. I'm just waiting to hear more news if there is any. Yeah.
It's just that don't press it until the last minute because if you press it, it's gone. You can't unpress it. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And then questions. We'll look at some questions quickly. John basically says Watkins and Richarlison to KDB and Adebayo for a -4. This would bring my team to have a total of 9 double gaming players. Or would he bring in Mitoma or Hang Chan as a better option? Nah, I probably don't mind. I don't like the KDB move. I'm okay with. What do you think?
I don't like getting rid of Richarlison.
If you can remove another.
I really don't. He gets like 0.6 XG every game. The last few games.
You start Richarlison even though no KDB probably. Maybe go for
if it's your only path to KDB. Look, it's an extra 2 fixtures.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's an extra 2 fixtures.
It's an extra 2 fixtures, and Adebayo is good to have for your planning in future. Yeah. But Watkins you will need to bring back. So now, are you going to get rid of Adebayo? Like, because but you can sort of wait for Watkins until maybe 29.
Or free hit in 29, and then you don't have to worry about Watkins.
So I think overall, when you consider the -4, it doesn't seem hugely different.
Fair enough. I don't mind it, to be honest. Don't mind it. Gordon, not enough to get him. Oh, I think he has Gordon probably. Maybe that's why he has to get rid of Richarlison. That makes sense.
Spurs are really clicking, man. They're creating a lot of games at
Yeah.
home against Wolves with a lot of injuries. Son's back, Madison's back.
Yeah.
I don't love getting rid of Richarlison.
I don't mind even. Depends on who the third striker is. Maybe getting Alvarez instead, and do Gordon to maybe a Diaz or Jota or something like that instead.
Yeah.
And then who else asked questions?
9 double game week players, crazy.
Yeah,
though.
that's what.
That's like it's a lot. Yeah.
Shepherd, there's another one. Man City, I have Walker, Foden, and Haaland triple captain, which means I have 6 players with double fixtures. Yeah, I think a lot of people will be having between.
This is not a question. This is a flex.
That's just a flex. Yeah. Any other questions? Worth benching. This is from Nick. Worth benching Palmer this week and taking a punt on a back four of Gabriel, Doherty, Region / Bradley, and Walker, and then Porro benched.
Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't
I'd
mind.
I'd bench Palmer for all of those players. Yeah.
And then we read John's question. I think that's it.
Yeah.
And we
Any
answered
other
Mannon's.
questions?
Yeah, we
We
answered
can probably take
Mannon's
them
as
now.
well. And then just before we end, panel team. Let me bring it up.
Oh yeah. How's this?
And if anyone has any questions, do put it in the chat as well. Panel team, 76 minus 4. So there was 72 points. Not too bad.
Can you go to pick team?
This is what the team looks like for this week.
We have Ross Barkley. Nice.
Yes, we did bring Ross Barkley in last week for, I don't remember for who now as well. I don't know if it was for Richarlison. Give me a second to check in.
No, this is a bench boost team. Look at this.
No, it was for Bowen. Yeah.
Right.
Is this a bench boost team? Maybe.
It's got to be close. Look at the fixtures on the bench.
Yeah, that's what. It is close to a bench boost team.
I would go Darwin, but maybe panel team can make it. We can go different moves.
We can do punt 1.2 million.
Man, this is such a good team. Having Neto early is such a good play.
So we bought Neto in on the wildcard because this panel team wildcarded late. So we kind of knew Bournemouth have to get a double eventually. So
I mean, panel team, we have to go Bradley. We have to go the punt pick, right?
Okay, so that's the only figure Bradley is starting confirmation.
Yeah, we don't have to do it right now.
Yeah. So if we do get Bradley starting confirmation, we'll go Bradley.
Yeah.
Because it's,
then how much money do we have? I want to see how much money.
5.5.
5.5. What can we do with this? Not much, actually. Oh, we have Alvarez. That's good. That's great.
I don't know what to do with this penalty.
Okay. You know what? Maybe we just go Saliba and solve problems further down the line. And then we go Watkins to Darwin or Watkins to Tony. Saliba or like a Van Dijk Robertson. Because we don't actually need the money on this.
No, we don't. We can probably do Robertson. Darwin
or Tony?
The problem is this panel team has a lot of value on Watkins. 0.4 million. That's a lot. The only issue.
Can we bench him?
We can. Meanwhile, Alvarez continues to fall in price. We lost so much money.
Wait. This only has one Liverpool player. Yeah. Okay.
No,
can
two
you go
now
to the pick
with
team?
Robertson.
No, sorry. Once we get rid of Robertson, once you get rid of Trent, go to the pick team screen.
The pick team screen.
Yeah. Okay, I think we can bench Watkins. Scroll down. Yeah, we can do something like
stupid.
We can do something like a bench Watkins and then sell Trent and Moreno for 2 Liverpool defenders.
So like a Robertson and a Bradley.
Yeah.
You
Like
could
a
also
Robertson
go
or a Van Dijk.
Robertson and a Saliba, to be honest.
Yeah.
Then you might as well just bench boost.
Think so? I don't think the Moreno has high upside.
Okay.
Oh,
Unless
sorry,
you
he
do.
has high upside. I don't think he's going to keep a clean sheet. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, we could. Okay, so you're saying we get in Robertson, and we get in like Saliba and bench Garnacho, kinda.
Or just get Robertson and Van Dijk.
Okay, can we do that? I think we might be able to. But ideally, with this panel team, we would like to try and.
Or Bradley or whatever. I mean, double Liverpool defense will be
Yeah.
a big differential.
It would, but the chances of keeping a clean sheet, I feel like, are not.
No, that's pretty good. If Alisson's back and if Trent's not playing, it's pretty good. If Szoboszlai is playing, it's pretty good.
That's not a bad shot. You can do something like that. So you'll have 3. Yeah, okay. And then we triple captain Haaland.
I think so. If you don't play any other chips, you have to triple captain Haaland.
Yeah, probably triple captain Haaland. We'll see. I will see what Pep says about Bradley. I'm sorry, Klopp says about Bradley. The other option is, I'm just wondering. I don't know if it's possible. Oh no, it's not enough. I was thinking of any way to get to Salah. Unless we sell Saka. But I don't know if we want to sell Saka. Yeah. Alright, we'll see how it goes. Probably Bradley. We could do Bradley and Robertson as well. Or Van Dijk and Robertson. Cool. Alright. We'll end it there. And no further questions, I think. Oops. I shared the wrong. We'll end it there. No further questions as well, I feel like. So thank you to everyone for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and I'll be streaming later with FPL IQ. So Rob and FPL Planner, who was here as well, will all be streaming. I will send the stream link actually to the chat for anyone who wants it. Let me actually bring it up if I can get it. And I'll put it on the chat as well. How do I even copy this link? It doesn't even open. All right. So I'll probably get that up and send it to people. Let me actually get that up. So do come join us there. Anything else to add, Karan, before we leave?
No, I think, keep your eyes peeled on Salah news.
Yes.
This is the main thing I would add. Yeah.
Indeed.
If we get any sort of whiff that he's playing, then that's going to make it really interesting. Yeah.
Yep. All right. We'll see how that goes. Very interesting. You might actually be preheating if that happens.
Yeah, look, 20-30% chance. I think it makes sense for my team. Yeah.
Indeed. All right. That's it basically. Thank you, everyone. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and go join FPL IQ next as well. Thank you all.
All right. See you, everyone.